from C&B Yoga, and I look forward to practicing with you some movements today. I hope you're all well and you had a good day or a good week. And yeah, I'm so glad you joined me. So what have we got in store? I think I'd like to celebrate Earth Day with you. Have you heard about Earth Day? Some have, some haven't. So this week, it's April. On April the 22nd, it's Earth Day across the whole world. And that's a time, that's an opportunity for us to get together and celebrate all the good things that make our Earth so beautiful. So think about the plants and the waters, the oceans, the animals, and even us human beings. But I'm sure you can think of a few ways to help the Earth to stay that beautiful. So today I invite you to celebrate and maybe think of a few things we can do to help to keep that Earth such a beautiful place. So how do we do this? Well, you can join me becoming climate warriors. So climate warriors are actually people who come up with ways to look after the Earth even better. I'm sure you can think of a few things, but I'll help you later on. So for the time being, hop into something comfy like a t-shirt or leggings. So you don't need a yoga mat. I've got my yoga mat behind me, but as long as you have some space to move, that's perfectly fine. So then get organized, and I actually invite you to join me in a little practice involving a bell. Well, a bell, what's a bell? So I've got a special yoga bell here with me. So come seated into any comfortable position. So you could just sit on the floor with your legs crossed, like I do. That's my favorite pose. You could just sit out with your legs out in front of you. Just anything where you can just sit there for a few moments. So what's the plan? So once I ring my magic bell, the sound will be really, really loud. So, but I invite you to focus on that sound. So I invite you to listen to that sound the whole way through when it's really loud, and then it just fades. So make your ears really big, so big listening ears. And sometimes it actually works better if you close your eyes. So, but you don't have to close your eyes. Just focus on the sound in your ears. And when you can't hear the sound anymore, bring one hand onto your heart and one hand onto your belly. So ready when you are. So I'll meet you there once the sound is gone and we have put one hand on our hearts. Ready? Listen up. Wonderful. Good listening. So bring one hand onto your heart and one hand onto your belly. So just notice, maybe there's a specific noise, maybe a specific movement coming. So just taking a moment here to feel your heartbeat. Can you feel it? And maybe even notice what your hand is doing, the other hand. Maybe it's moving. So what causes your hand to move? It's actually your breath. So from here, take another few deep breaths in through your nose and all the way out of your mouth. A few more times here. Deep inhale and exhaling out of a wide mouth. Wonderful. One more time here. Deep inhale. And exhaling. And you can just take a moment to notice how your hands are still moving. So your breath is actually moving your hands. And your heart is still beating. So whenever we put our hands on our heart and our bellies, we actually feel the breath moving and the heart beating. So just take one more breath here. Deep sniff in through the nose. And exhaling fully. Whew. Okay, well done. So I get back on my mat. You can stay where you are. Again, I'm coming into comfortable cross-legged position. Maybe just wiggle around here so you sit comfortably. And we start with a deep inhale. So we spread the arms out wide. Oh, lift the chest. Look up towards the beautiful sky. And as you exhale, bring your arms around, rounding the spine, rounding the back, and actually give yourself a hug here. Yeah, hug yourself. And just stay here for a breath, rounding the spine, your back, and an inhale. Take the arms out wide. Big sniff in through the nose and exhale. Give yourself another hug. So you round the back, so you make yourself a little bit smaller, but doesn't mean you're small. So it's easier to hug when you round the back. Squeezing the shoulders tightly. And last one here, deep inhale, open up your arms, lift the chest, lift your face up towards the sky, and exhale, rounding your back again and giving yourself a hug. Maybe even hook your hands onto those bony bits on your back. These are your shoulder blades. And then rounding yourself, round together, curl together like a little ball. Maybe just squeeze yourself really hard. And then release your arms, maybe give them a good shake. And we start with some shoulder rolls. So sometimes we feel a bit tense, we don't know where it sits. It might be up here. So slowly roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then take them back. Good. Coming forward, up towards your ears. Take them slowly back. Well done. One more big circle here. Inhaling and exhaling. Whoo, as the shoulder blades slide back. Can you do it the other way? I can. Look. Taking the shoulders back and bringing them forward. Oh, that was a bit harder. I try again. Taking the shoulder blades back, squeezing them up towards your ears and coming forward. Oh, last one here because I actually like it now. Rolling shoulders up and down. So my neck, how's your neck? My neck is okay, but I actually want to loosen my neck as well a little bit. So I look over to one shoulder and then turn it around the other way. So we have to be a bit more careful with our necks. So make it a little bit slower. So one more. Look here to that side. Look towards the other side. Then coming back to center, looking at me. So then bring your shoulders. So have you ever done a big shoulder shrug where you think, oh, who knows? Yeah. So make the shoulder shrug really big. So inhale, bring the shoulders up towards your ears. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then let them drop. You can even make that sound. So let's try it again. Twice more. Inhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And exhale. Last one here. Inhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Shoulders towards your ears. And then let them drop. Yeah, I feel a bit better. How are you feeling? Oh, maybe my back needs a little bit of a squeeze. So bring one hand onto your knee and take one arm behind you. So we're coming to a bit of a twist here. So then look behind you and then bring the head, just the head back forward. So you're looking towards me again if you look at that way, and then turn the head back. So we're just keeping the head, we just move the head while the back stays like this. Then coming back to the middle again, maybe just rocking here, how the back feels. So then we need to balance it out. So we have to turn the opposite way. So bring one hand onto your knee, one hand behind you, turn around. So almost just from the belly button. So turn the belly button around and just take your head back as if you want to look over that shoulder and turning the head back. So your body, your navel actually stays. Then turning your head back and forward. One more time here, looking back and forward. Oh, I feel better. How are you doing? Great. So we need to get moving a little bit. Come onto your hands and knees. So we're just using that as a transition to get back up to standing. So that's easy. So from here, curl the toes under. So we're just, our feet are flat, and then we just turn our toes around, and then use your hands to lift yourself up. Lift, 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 lift. And then very slowly, as if it looks a bit like a gorilla or an ape, just slowly roll back up to standing. Whew, well done. So we need to get moving a bit. I told you we are going to be warriors. First of all, we need to climb a few mountains. So come standing with your feet a little bit apart, so just like me. And then make yourself really tall. And to make yourselves even taller, take the arms up towards the sky. So reach, 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 reach. Big sniff, and then let the hands fall down again. Whew. So reaching up high again, stretch up towards the sky. Reach, 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 reach. And let your arms drop. One more time here. Inhale, reach up high. And then let the hands drop down. Whew. So maybe letting them swing a little bit in your knees as well. So climbing mountains is a bit hard, so we need to relax a little bit as well. And from here, coming back to stillness. So maybe have a look at your feet. You probably hardly look at your feet. I never do, but sometimes I actually do. Like today with you. So our feet, we have the toes and we have the rest of the foot. Can you lift your toes? Let's try. Oh, it works for me. Sometimes it doesn't work. It took me a while. Maybe try the other foot. So our feet are our foundation. They have our connection to the earth. You probably love running around barefoot. I love doing this too, and that's actually very healthy for our feet. So just twisting, lifting the toes a little bit more. It's actually quite fun. And we can even rock forwards and backwards on our feet. I'll just turn around so you see me. So coming onto the toes and then coming back. So a bit balance. Inhale, reach up, exhale, come down. So a few more times here with a balance, might be a bit wibbly wobbly. That's perfectly fine. So just noticing, just playing with our balance here. As a warrior, we need to have a strong stance, a strong foundation. So from here, my mat gets a little bit curly here. So I step one foot out wide. So what happens to my feet? I started with both feet facing the same direction. I turn onto my heel and bring one foot out so it faces the opposite way, faces forward. So you can do the same way. So I wait for you. So turn onto your heel so one foot faces this way. The other foot stays as it is. Then I bend my front knee and I take my arms out wide. And guess what? You are a warrior now. That's the warrior pose. So we're staying here for a few moments because a warrior sometimes needs to focus. So you can look over that extended arm. So maybe look over your fingers, really focus. Keep breathing. I sometimes forget to breathe. Keep breathing. So we are warriors, we are brave, courageous, and we always love to learn. And we protect our environment, the land, the oceans. Oh, now I get tired. So just take a moment here to relax. Shake out your arms, maybe shake out your legs. And we have both two sides, so we can actually turn around this way. How do we do it? So turn back onto your heel, so both feet are parallel again. And then turn the other foot out. Simple. And take your arms out wide. Again, look over that finger, so focus. But we are peaceful warriors. We are kind warriors. We do not harm. We protect our planet. We protect our earth. Look after each other and all the living creatures. So a few more breaths here as you become really strong. So that's why we worked on our feet earlier. One more breath here. And then release the arms, bring your feet around. Maybe let's have a jump. So let's jump our feet together. And shake out our arms or legs. Sometimes being a warrior is hard. So give yourself a good shake. And then coming back to stillness. Can you be really still? Maybe bring the hands together and your big thumbs actually touch your heart center. So they're actually resting on your chest. You can also close your eyes. Maybe notice if you feel a bit of a tingling going on in your body, maybe it feels warmer. So just one more moment here to feel what's happening in the body. And then open your eyes again, release the arms. So I'm actually turning around now. I'm not turning around. I actually still face you. I want you to look at me. We're doing a tree. Have you ever been a tree? Have you ever come into a tree pose? So let me show you how that works. It's a bit of a balancing pose, but we just practice focus being a warrior. So you have that focus. I know that. So one leg is bent. And then turn that leg out to the side. Whoops, I'm already wobbling. And stay here. You can bring your hands together. And just focus here. Focus on a point in front of you that is not moving. So that helps you with balance, believe it or not. So you might want to bring your hands up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky, and take the arms out wide. Imagine your arms are branches. You can imagine you're any tree. Maybe you're a conker tree. Maybe you're a tree with nice red, pink, even blue blossoms. So just taking a few moments here, breathing here, focusing. Trees are rooted into the earth. One more breath here, and then coming out, shaking out your legs. And we have two legs, don't we? So we just do another tree on the opposite side. So turn that other foot around so that knee turns out. A little bit like to how we did it earlier. Then bring your palms together. Find your focus. Find your balance. Notice your heartbeat as your hands rest on your chest. And if you want, you can also bring your arms up high. Release the hands so you're just, again, branches of your tree. And maybe this time there's a little bit of wind going on, so you might sway from side to side. You decide what kind of tree you want to be. Keep that focus, keep balancing. And then slowly bring your hands back together, resting at your chest, and release the foot. So from here, we're actually coming down to the earth. It has been quite tiresome, climbing mountains, fighting, peaceful fighting, friendly fighting as a warrior, fighting for the things we believe in. Now we need a little bit of rest. So stand with your hands on your legs and slowly roll down towards your feet. So almost imagine a bit of a waterfall. All that water is draining off. Then bring your hands onto the floor, coming down onto all fours where we started, and taking the bottom back towards your heels, making yourself really small. So you bring your head down onto the floor or maybe onto your hands, just resting here, just finding a few moments to see how we feel. Taking few deep breaths like we did at the beginning. One more breath here. And then slowly come back out. Resting helps to nourish yourself. And we are finishing the practice as we started, sitting down. So I bring my hands and my legs in a cross-legged position again. So well done, warrior, climate warriors, eco warriors. And I invite you to join me. Bring both hands onto your heart. And you can speak after me. May we be happy. May we be healthy. May we be safe. May we be strong. Let's do it one more time. May we be happy. May we be healthy. May we be safe. May we be strong. Well done, warriors. Thank you for joining me. I hope to see you next time. Thank you.